On January 27th, 2013, this is social lesson number 4, Raising Partners Major to Game. Greeting Bridge friends, Michael here at Bridge Hands, and welcome you to yet another session on Raising Partners Major to Game, hopefully on a good day anyway. Now, we've had quite a few lessons on Raising Partners Major to Game. What's the big deal here? Well, we need a lot of practice because this comes up so often, and there are a lot of permutations, as we're going to see today. First, we'll start off with reviewing a couple of the basics. We'll take a look more into the losing trick count hand evaluation, which you're going to see is going to help you get some extra games you might not otherwise bid. And we're going to take a look at some of the tricks, traps, techniques that we can use to get extra tricks. As declare, and watch out, you might learn some from the defenders too. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. First off, raising partners major to game on a good day. Well, first we would want to have 25 points or more for game. The hands can be minimum, medium, or maximum. Opener strength would be 12 to 14 for a minimum. 15 to 17 for a medium. Kind of sounds like a no trump range, doesn't it? And good 18 or 19 to 21 certainly for a maximum. So if you've heard from your partner as a responder bid with 6 points or more, you know you're going to want to go for game, aren't you? And the responder, a really good 5, typically 6 points to 9 points, a range of 4 there. Otherwise, everything goes about 3 points range again. 10 to 12 for the invitational, maybe a bad 12. If you got a good 12 and your partner opened with 12, 13 or more, you just may want to stretch it to game. And 13 points or more, you're definitely going to be into game, maybe even wanting to think about slam if you've got some extras, especially with those primary honors, right? Okay, the hands could be a minimum plus a minimum. That would be worth 8 tricks. So as a for instance, you have opened with 7 losers. That's typically a minimum opener hand. We'll get into that in a moment. I have a minimum hand, 6 to 9 points. Well, that hopefully gets 2 cover cards, aces and kings, or maybe some queens that are promotable and finesses. So that would be about 5 losers. And 7 minus 2, 5 losers, sounds like about 8 winners. 8 winners sounds like the book plus 2 more is making a 2-level major. So it might go 1 spade minimum, 2 spades minimum. You have no more, that stops. But let's say you have some more. Let's say you have that 15 to 17 or a 6 losing trick count hand, a medium hand. Then you would re-invite by saying, let's try one more time. You'll bid 3 spades to see if I maybe have 8 to 9 or really good 7 with some extras somewhere, working honors, shortness, whatever. I would accept if I had extras. But if I didn't, if I had the true minimum, I would not accept. That would be your 6 minus my 2 cover cards leaves 4. 4 from 13 is 9. Make 9 tricks. Well, we made our part score. 1 spade, 2 spade, 3 spades, or 1 spade, 2 spades. Maybe you rebid 3 clubs or 3 diamonds or 3 hearts for your help suit where you have some losers on a side suit. And I want to know if I have some extras I can help you there or some extras somewhere else. Or you have a minimum, that 19 to 21, a very good 18. You have 5 losing trick count. And I have 2 cover cards. Well, we've got ourselves a game, don't we? Well, okay, then how about losing trick count? We said we'd discuss that. Well, first criteria is that we have a 8-card fit or more between us. Or, if it's not a 5 and a 3 or 6 and a 2, something like that, it could be one player says, well, I've got enough that I don't care what you as my partner have. I've got a semi-self-sustained suit or more, and that means a suit quality of 9. A suit quality of 9, take a look at the length of your suit and the number of honors. So, ace-king 7 times. Ace and king is 2 honors. 7 long, 6 and 2 is 9. Yes, it's a self-sustained suit. You shouldn't lose more than 1. A semi-self-sustained suit, you might lose 2. Then you have a suit quality of maybe a so-so 9. It might be something like, say, king, jack, 10, 3 honors, and 6 long. Well, okay, that's pretty good. You might lose 2 on a bad day, but probably not more than that, even if your partner's got a singleton. So, we don't count aces, kings, or queens as losers in our trump suit. And we don't count them on a side suit either unless it's queen third. So if I have ace king 4 times in a suit, I only have 1 loser. I don't count anything beyond the third. If I have king, queen 4 times, same situation there. But if I have a suit that neither is supported, it's just queen third hanging out, it may not be worth much. Okay, fourth longer in a suit then, that assumes that we have entries into that hand. So if you're my partner's responder and you've got 6 points, let's say ace queen 3 times in spades and 7 diamonds, well, I'd have to get to that diamond suit if you didn't want to count them as losers. So be careful when you're the responder. But normally it goes for the opener's hand when we take a look at doing our suit quality. Okay, then there's a situation where we have 7 losers with a minimum hand, 8 on a bad day, but usually it's 7 unless it's really a flat hand. A medium hand typically has this 15 to 17. It's about 6 losers, and with 5 losers, with our partner having 2 cover cards, yes, we have a maximum. And for the responder, rather than counting the losing trick count, it's going to be a high number. Instead, just go by the cover cards. How many aces and kings or good working queens do you have, or shortness? So with 2 cover cards, a minimum, maybe an ace and a king, or chance to finesse on the queen, then that would be a minimum. And ace and a queen, only 6 points, it makes sense, doesn't it? That with 3 cover cards, maybe 2 aces and a king, yes, we know now that we should be able to invite partners spade, 1 spade, 3 spades. And with 4 cover cards, maybe we've only got 2 aces, but maybe we've got a couple short suits. Yeah, we would have some extra covers for our shortness, wouldn't we? Especially when we have 4 trumps. Okay, on our first of 3 hands, we have several variations, so stay tuned. Let's jump right in. On our first hand, south is the dealer. And it's a nice 5-3-3-2 suit in spades, ace, king 5 times, 7 high, 1 distribution. In hearts, king 9-8, there's another 3. So we're up to 11. Jack 3 times in clubs, actually Jack 10 3 times. The 10 helps a little bit, maybe worth a point. So perhaps 12-ish, and queen doubleton diamonds, perhaps 14-ish, with secondary honors, quackers, in those minor suits. But we like our spades. We have enough for an opening hand, 12, 13 points or more. 1 spade it is. Over to the west hand, it's another 5-3-3-2 suit. In hearts, ace, jack 10, 5 times, good, 5 high, 1 distribution point. We have 3 honors. That's 6. Ace 3 times in clubs, up to 10. King 3 times in diamonds, now we're 13. 2 small spades, fine, our opponent's suit, our righty suit, so we're going to overcall 2 hearts. Now some of you may have heard that you need a 6-card suit to overcall. That's not competitive bridge. With a reasonable 5-card suit, sure, we're going to overcall 2 hearts. To the north hand, it's a 4-3-3. Looks like some spread honors here, but working honors in diamonds, ace, jack 4 times, that's 5 high card points. No distribution because it's only a 4-card suit. In clubs, king 3 times, okay, 5 and 3 is 8, 3 small hearts, and jack 3 times in spades. Do you want to count jack thirds? Yes, in a supported suit by partner, absolutely. So 9 points. 6 to 9 range, we're at the top end. Do you still want to bid 2 spades, or do you want to invite 3 spades? 2 spades is the call, especially why? We have a 4-3-3 and we have no roughing power in our hand. We might squeak in a bid later if we need to, but for right now, a sign-off bid of 2 spades. Over to the east hand, it's a 4-4-3-2. 4-4 in the minors with queen 9-8, 4th in clubs, 10-9-8, 7 in diamonds, queen doubleton in our partner's heart suit, and queen 10-9 in the opponent's spade suit. I don't think we want to make a call. It's 6 points. It's true. Our partner we know is 12 or more. Made a bid at the 2 level. Yeah, if we had 3 hearts, we might be tempted with right vulnerability, but geez, we just have a minimum. And going to the 3 level, we don't want to do that. They own the spade suit. Shucks. But if they bid the heart suit, 1 heart, 2 hearts, and our partner bid spades, we have 3 spades. That's another story. We'll come back to that later. Okay, back to south. So there was our partner signed off a pass by righty over in east. Do we want to make a call again? Well, if we have a minimum, we have 14. I guess we're almost up to that 15 to 17. But no, if our partner says 2 spades a sign off, we should probably stop because they've maybe only got about 2 cover cards, which gets us to the discussion of losing trick count. Our partners supported the suit, so we can count losing trick count. Let's see what our losers are. Well, in spades, we only have one loser. Remember, we only count the first three cards for losers, and we don't count anything that's ace, king, or queen, so we have only one for the 8. In hearts, we have 2 losers, right, for the 9 and 8. The king doesn't count as a loser, but in this case, lefty bid the suit, so I don't think that king is looking too good, especially with righty not coming in with the bid, so I'm not so sure I would count that as a non-loser. But for the sake of argument, okay. So we're now up to 3. 3 more in clubs, no ace, kings, queens in that suit, and 2 more in diamonds. Yikes, 8 losers, and then the king we're not so feeling so good on in the heart suit. It's turned out to be a pretty terrible hand. Yeah, don't we wish this queen and the jack were maybe in somewhere else, or at least working together? So yeah, with at least 8 losers, normally we have a 7 loser when we open, we're going to pass here. And a pass over by the West, so they're on lead. They don't want to lead away from an unprotected ace with no associated king, so they're not going to lead away from the rounded suits, which leaves a diamond or a spade. And I would suppose that with our partner not showing any life at all, I don't think we'll want to lead away from the king. Yeah, we'll go ahead and lead a small spade and see where we go. A small spade is led to the 6 from the north hand, the 9 from the east hand, and we go up with a king. Now, why a 9? Well, if you look at it, they had the cover cards behind the north hand in the dummy. So no reason to play a queen, because a 10 would win over the jack, and no reason to play a 10 when a 9 will win. Show our partner that we have some of those associated intermediate values. And when they see a going all the way up with the king in the south hand, they think, well, oh, partner in the east must have some of those values, the least of touching equals. Good play. And to the south wins with the king. Well, I suppose we could go ahead and play some trump first. We have 5 and 3 is 8. We hope they're 3-2 most of the time. They will, but they could be 4-1. More on that later. And so, yeah, we could go ahead and play a trump, but if you look at this diamond suit, we have a finesse opportunity. We wish we had another diamond, but we might try a sneak play, and that's what this south decides to do. Probably would want to go a low diamond to the jack, but they're going to test the mettle of the opponents and start with the queen. Let's see what happens. A queen is played, and over in the west hand, they decide not to cover, seeing the ace in the dummy. Whoops, we'll come back to that later. Okay, so the queen holds. So another diamond's played. Could go to the jack, I would suppose. Maybe they thought the king was holding off on the east. I don't know. But they went up with the ace anyway. Let's see how that one turns out. Okay, so far so good. You've got 2 tricks when you had 1 loser in south. You're quite happy about that. Some of those 8 losers are going away, evaporating in the ether. So now we need to play from this hand. We know that the north dummy hand, when we come around and try finesses, they're probably not going to work because there was a overcall, a 2-level overcall, and no seeming values over from the east hand. But look at east. East really has a lot of defensive tricks, don't they? Not offensive? Yeah, queens, 10s, 9s. Okay, so we're back in the north hand, and we're going to go ahead and play a diamond, and we're going to rough it. We were 4-2. We hope they're 4-3. All right, and the king plays. So the king never got a trick at all and never helped partner with those nice 10, 9, 8, 7 in diamonds. More on that again later. Okay, we roughed in. We go ahead and play our ace of spades. They both followed. Okay, so that means 2 rounds of trump. They have 1 left. We go ahead and just let them take the queen when they want to, right? Maybe we can do some other things that are good here. Okay, so we'll play a club up to the king, and we expect it to win because lefty over in west was the 2-heart bidder, showing 12 points or more. We don't expect the ace over in the east hand. Got to use our listening skills here. And it held. So we can come back with a diamond, and whoever has the queen of spades can take it if they're not going to fall with a 4-3 suit. But turned out that, yes, the diamond did win. There was no rough, so we can pitch a heart in the south end. Love it. Okay, that's another bonus there that we shouldn't have received. Okay, a heart comes to our king, and as expected, it loses to the ace. They then play the Jack of Hearts. We lose a second heart. They play the Ten of Hearts. We rough in. We play a club. We have to give them a club. The heart gets roughed, and we get the last spade trick. So I'm taking a look at it. I think the bidding was fine. 1 spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades. Questionably, they wanted to go to 3 hearts, but that wouldn't have been the right thing with only Queen Doubleton. If you were to make that bid, your partner would probably keep singing all the way to 4 hearts, wouldn't they? So don't do that. And with the 8 loser hand, we were a little surprised, but it shouldn't have been too much. Once we heard that heart bid, and we've got these small secondary honors in the minors, we're likely to lose a lot of them. But there was a little mistake there. We're going to talk about that in the next session. So next hand coming up.